The phone rang just as Emily finished her late-night shift at a small grocery store. She almost ignored it because unknown numbers usually meant spam. But something told her to answer. A calm man's voice spoke first. "Miss Emily Carter?" "Yes. My name is Daniel Brooks. I'm your grandmother's lawyer. She asked me to call you exactly 6 months after the day your college applications were burned." Emily stopped walking. Her heart began to race. Only 4 people had known about that fire. Emily, her mother, her father, and her younger brother. No one else should have known. Not even Grandma. She looked around the empty parking lot, wondering if this was some kind of cruel joke. The lawyer continued, "Your grandmother knew much more than you think. She left clear instructions for this call. What she left behind belongs to you. But first, you need to hear the truth." Emily closed her eyes. The painful memories returned like they had happened yesterday. She remembered sitting at the kitchen table, carefully checking every college application she had worked on for 2 years. She had earned top grades, won school awards, and even received letters saying she had a good chance of getting scholarships. She believed her future was finally beginning. But everything changed in one terrible night. Her father quietly collected every application from the table. Without saying a word, he walked into the backyard. Emily followed him. Then she watched in shock as he dropped every paper into a metal barrel. Her mother stood beside him without stopping him. Her younger brother watched silently. One match. That was all it took. The flames rose into the dark sky. Emily cried, "Why would you do this?" Her father looked at her with cold eyes. Then he gave an answer she would never forget. Emily stood frozen in the parking lot, still holding the phone tightly against her ear. The lawyer's words kept repeating in her mind. "Your grandmother knew everything." She whispered softly, "Knew what?" On the other side, Daniel Brooks took a slow breath. "Your parents did not just burn your college applications by accident," he said. "It was planned." Emily felt her stomach drop. That night came back again, clearer than before. She remembered how her father did not even look guilty when he burned her papers, how her mother stayed silent, like she already agreed, and how her brother smiled slightly, like it was all normal. Back then, Emily had asked them why. Her father's answer was simple. "Your brother needs the future more than you. You will find something else." Those words broke something inside her. She worked so hard for years. Late nights, early mornings. Teachers believed in her. She had dreams of leaving that small town and building a better life. But her family decided everything without her. The lawyer continued speaking. "After the fire, your grandmother suspected something was wrong. She did not believe it was an accident. So she started watching your parents closely." Emily blinked slowly. She watched them. "Yes," Daniel replied. "And she recorded things. Conversations. Decisions. Everything." A cold silence fell between them. Emily felt like the ground under her was shaking. She had always thought she was alone that night, that no one saw her pain, that no one cared enough to stop it. But now she was hearing something else. Her grandmother had known, and she had done nothing, at least not yet. Daniel's voice turned serious. "Emily, what your grandmother left behind is not just a message. It is proof." Then he paused. "And it will change everything about your family." Emily felt her breath become slow and heavy. "Proof?" she repeated. "Yes," the lawyer said. "Your grandmother did not trust what she saw at first. So she started collecting everything quietly." Emily leaned against the wall outside the store. Her legs felt weak. Daniel continued. "She installed small voice recorders in the house. She saved messages, arguments, and even phone calls." Emily's eyes widened. She could not believe it. Her sweet, quiet grandmother doing something so careful, so secret. Why would she do all that? Emily asked softly. The lawyer replied, "Because she suspected your parents were not treating you fairly, and she wanted to make sure the truth could not be hidden forever." Emily swallowed hard. For years, she thought no one noticed her pain. She thought everyone believed the same lie, that she was just less important than her brother. But her grandmother saw everything, and instead of arguing, she planned. Daniel's voice lowered. 6 months ago, your grandmother passed away. Before she died, she gave me strict instructions. Emily closed her eyes. "Do not contact Emily immediately," the lawyer quoted. Wait exactly 6 months after the incident. Then tell her everything. Emily felt tears forming, but she held them back. The lawyer continued. She also left you something important. Not just money, not just property. Something that proves what your parents did was intentional. A long silence followed. Then Emily asked quietly, "Why wait 6 months?" Daniel answered slowly, "Because she wanted your parents to feel safe first." Emily's heart skipped. "What?" The lawyer said the final line with calm seriousness. "So they would believe they got away with it." A cold chill ran through Emily's body, because now she understood. This was never just a story about a burned application. It was a carefully planned truth, waiting to explode at the perfect time. Emily could not speak for a moment. The lawyer's last words stayed in her mind like thunder. So they would believe they got away with it. Her hands tightened around the phone. "What happens now?" she finally asked. There was a short pause on the line. Then Daniel Brooks replied, "Now, we open everything your grandmother left behind." That same evening, across town, Emily's parents were sitting in their living room. It looked like a normal night. TV was on. Her father was reading the news. Her mother was folding clothes. Her younger brother was scrolling on his phone, laughing at something. Everything looked calm, like nothing had ever happened, like no college dreams had ever been burned, like no future had been taken. But they did not know what was coming. Back with Emily, the lawyer arrived at a small office and opened a locked black folder. Inside were papers, not just papers, evidence, emails, voice transcripts, dates, records, proof of every conversation where Emily's future was discussed and quietly removed. Daniel spoke again. "Your grandmother did not just suspect the truth. She confirmed it." Emily whispered, "They planned it." "Yes," he said, "multiple times." Her chest tightened. The life she thought was destroyed in anger was actually removed step by step with full awareness. Then Daniel placed one final document on the table, a legal letter with her grandmother's signature. Emily leaned closer. The title read, "Final Instruction for Emily Carter." Her heart started beating faster. "What does it say?" she asked. The lawyer's voice lowered. "It gives you the power to decide what happens next." Emily froze. For the first time since the fire, she was no longer the victim in the story. She was now holding the key to the truth her family never expected to face. Emily stared at the document in silence. Her name was printed clearly at the top. Her grandmother's signature was at the bottom, neat and strong. The lawyer waited for her to speak, but Emily could not find her voice. Finally, she asked, "What power does it give me?" Daniel Brooks opened another folder. "Everything your grandmother owned was placed in a legal trust," he said. "Your parents were never the full owners. They only had limited control." Emily blinked in shock. "That house, the savings, everything." "Yes," he replied, "but there is something more important." He pushed another paper toward her. A scholarship fund, a full university support plan, and a sealed letter addressed directly to Emily. Meanwhile, at Emily's parents' house, the mood slowly changed. Her father received a strange email notification on his phone. He opened it casually, then stopped. His face went pale. "Why would a lawyer contact Emily?" he muttered. Her mother looked up. "What?" But he did not answer. He kept reading, and the color drained from his face with every line. Back in the office, Emily slowly opened her grandmother's sealed letter. Her hands were shaking slightly. Inside, there was only one page. The words were simple, but powerful. "My dear Emily, I saw everything. I waited because truth needs time to grow. Do not let what they did define you. Let it guide you." Emily felt tears finally fall, but she did not stop reading. The lawyer spoke quietly. "If you accept, the trust transfers fully to you. Your parents lose control of everything your grandmother left behind." Emily looked up slowly. For the first time, she understood something clearly. This was not just about revenge. It was about truth becoming real after years of silence. And now, she had to choose what kind of ending this story would have. Emily sat in silence for a long time. The lawyer did not rush her. He simply waited. Outside the office window, the city looked normal. People were walking, laughing, living their lives. But inside Emily's world, everything had changed. She looked again at her grandmother's letter. "Do not let what they did define you. Her breath shook. Slowly she asked, "If I take this, what will happen to them?" Daniel Brooks closed the folder gently. "Your parents will lose control of the trust," he said. "They will not be able to use your grandmother's property or funds anymore. Everything will legally transfer to you." Emily stayed quiet. She did not smile. She did not look angry. She only looked tired. That night, her parents finally received a full notice from the lawyer's office. The father dropped the paper on the table. "This is not possible," he whispered. Her mother's hands started shaking. "We only did what was best for the family." But their words sounded weak now. Even her brother stopped laughing. For the first time, no one in that house had an answer. Days later, Emily stood outside her grandmother's old house, the same place where her dreams had once been destroyed in silence. But now it felt different. Not painful, not heavy, just real. The lawyer met her one last time. "Do you want to meet them?" he asked. Emily thought for a moment. Then she slowly shook her head. "No," she said calmly. "I don't need to go back to understand what happened." She turned away. As she walked forward, her phone buzzed. A final message from her grandmother's lawyer appeared. Truth does not always bring revenge. Sometimes it brings freedom. Emily closed her eyes, and, for the first time in years, she finally felt free from the fire that once tried to end her future.